Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the 2025 Buick Enclave Avenir. As with all of my reviews, I'm going to cover all of the ins and outs and take this thing on a thorough drive. Of course, there's a whole lot of stuff to cover, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start her up and let her run. The Enclave, like its platform siblings, has always been a great alternative for those looking for a roomy SUV but didn't have a need for something like a Tahoe or Yukon. With 3-row seating, car-like ride and handling, and luxury abound, the Enclave is an attractive SUV for those wanting something a little fancier. For 2025, the Enclave has been redesigned from the ground up, offering a bolder, more premium design, as well as key safety features with families in mind, combined with greater horsepower and torque from an all-new engine. The next-generation Enclave launches with upgrades to the grille, front and rear fascia to align with Buick's Pure philosophy, which stands for purity in design, unexpected details, refined finishes, and exceptional executions. The flagship SUV also features the body-mounted hood badging now featured throughout the full Buick portfolio. Buick's design evolution incorporates the signature winged lighting, checkmark-style LED headlamps, and cross-car LED tail lamps. The Avenir trim includes a walk-up lighting animation as well. The new Enclave is longer, wider, and taller than the previous generation, providing a strong on-road presence. All Enclave trims are now fitted as standard with a powerful 2.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder engine that produces 328 horsepower and 326 pound-feet of torque, as well as an 8-speed automatic transmission. The Enclave is available in either front-wheel or all-wheel drive variants. When equipped with the optional trailering package, it's able to tow up to 5,000 pounds. The trailering package includes a trailer hitch, a heavy-duty engine cooling system, hitch guidance and hitch view camera features, and a tow-haul mode for the transmission. The 2025 lineup includes the Preferred, Sport Touring, and Avenir, which start at $46,295, $48,795, and $59,395 respectively. All-wheel drive is an additional $2,000. The Avenir in particular, while quite a price hike compared to the other trims, offers a myriad of exclusive styling and luxury amenities. Aside from the Avenir's specific mesh grille and 22-inch pearl nickel wheels, the exterior is dressed up with body color wheel arch moldings and lower cladding, additional chrome and gloss black trim, unique headlamps and tail lamps, and a standard panoramic sunroof. The new Enclave is also the first Buick to offer Super Cruise on all of its trim levels. Claimed to be the industry's first true hands-free advanced driver assistance system, Super Cruise has become the largest system of its kind in the US and Canada, as throughout 2025 it'll end up having a network of about 750,000 miles. The Super Cruise package also includes driver attention assist and enhanced automatic park assist. On the Avenir trim, the Super Cruise package, which is a $3,730 option, also includes a rear camera mirror with washer and 3 years of digital services by OnStar. The Preferred and Avenir are offered with 6 colors, while the Sport Touring is offered with 5 colors. The Avenir offers an exclusive color called Smoky Amethyst Metallic if you're looking for that extra standout detail. Otherwise, there's 4 no-cost options and 2 extra-cost options. This example is finished in Moonstone Gray Metallic, which is a no-cost option and I think works really well with the color of the wheels, chrome, and unique exterior lighting. The total MSRP for what you see here, including destination, Super Cruise, and standard front-wheel drive, is $63,125. The only major option not included on this tester other than all-wheel drive is the trailering package. The Enclave Preferred and Sport Touring comes standard with 20-inch alloy wheels. The Sport Touring wheels are finished in high-gloss black with machined accents, while the Preferred wheels are finished in medium android. Larger 22-inch wheels, either in high-gloss black or chrome, are optionally available on either trim. As I mentioned, the Avenir is fitted as standard with 22-inch wheels, featuring a unique spoke design and a pearl nickel finish. The 22s are wrapped in 275/45 all-season tires. The Enclave is fitted with 4-wheel internally ventilated disc brakes. The front discs measure 12.6 by 1.2 inches, and the rear discs measure 12.4 by 0.9 inches. The discs are clamped down by twin piston and single piston calipers respectively. The park and brake is electronically operated. The button to manually toggle it on or off is on the left side of the dash. An auto hold feature is also standard. When turned on, the brakes automatically apply for you after you come to a full stop. It allows you to not have to rest your foot on the brake pedal the entire time you're stopped, and it'll automatically disengage once you resume acceleration. The brakes work well as expected, but they can be a bit touchy at times if you have a heavy foot. They have a strong initial bite and otherwise provide smooth, confident stopping power. The Enclave's suspension is fully independent, consisting of a McPherson strut setup in the front and a 5-link setup in the rear. The Avenir further benefits from standard continuous damping control that features enhanced dampers for a refined ride. The technology noticeably increases driving safety, comfort, and dynamics by adjusting the damping forces optimally for each wheel. With a priority placed on comfort, luxury shoppers should be quite pleased with the Enclave's road manners, as it's very smooth and the ride is well controlled with little body roll. Compared to its platform siblings, the Enclave has more acoustic glass, making the interior quieter and more detached from the outside world. The steering is an electric, power-assisted rack and pinion setup that offers speed variable assistance to make low-speed maneuvers smoother and easier, and high-speed maneuvers quicker and with greater precision. The turning circle with the 22-inch wheels measures 40.7 feet. The steering is on the numb side, but it's to be expected for something in this segment. While it doesn't deliver much in terms of feel, it's kind of what you want here anyway. More comfort and relaxation than sporty dynamics. The steering wheel itself is beautiful. A classy 3-spoke design, wrapped in leather and decorated with tasteful chrome. Buttons on the upper spokes allow quick access to driver assistance features, cruise control, hands-free telephone and voice commands, instrument cluster layout, and the wheel's heated function. On the back of the upper spokes, beneath the paddle shifters, you'll find buttons that operate functions of the audio system. The steering wheel is also power adjustable for tilt and reach. The blacked out part at the top of the steering wheel is part of the Super Cruise system. I'll highlight the new 30-inch digital dashboard in just a bit, but as far as the instrument portion, there's several different layouts you can switch between, including full-width navigation layouts and one to highlight various driver assistance features. A head-up display is standard on the Avenir and optional on the other trims. It's easy to see and follow. You can adjust the height, brightness, and rotation by the digital controls on the far left of the digital dashboard. Another big change for the 2025 Enclave, like the Chevrolet Traverse and GMC Acadia, is the introduction of an all-new engine. Previously, these SUVs were powered by a 3.6-liter naturally aspirated V6 engine that produced 310 horsepower and 266 pound-feet of torque. With all-wheel drive, the last Enclave was rated between 17 miles per gallon in the city and 25 miles per gallon on the highway. Front-wheel drive models ranged between 18 city and 26 highway. While all of that sounds pretty acceptable, with growing concerns for efficiency and big efforts being made across the board to maximize it, GM has ditched the V6 in favor of a turbocharged 2.5-liter four-cylinder. Power gains with this engine are significant, especially torque, as it develops 328 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 326 pound-feet of torque at 3,500 RPM. With extra power on tap, the new Enclave is able to accelerate to 60 miles an hour at more or less the same pace as its predecessor, despite it being larger and packed fuller with features and tech. It takes about 6.5 seconds or so to hit 60 miles an hour from a standstill. As far as fuel economy, with all-wheel drive, EPA estimates for the new engine ranged between 19 miles per gallon in the city and 24 miles per gallon on the highway. During my week of driving, I averaged around 21 miles per gallon. Front-wheel drive models range between 20 city and 27 highway. While that's not a huge improvement, it's still an improvement, especially around town. Again, the new Enclave is bigger, so keep that in mind. The total tank capacity is 19.4 gallons, and despite being turbocharged, this engine also uses regular unleaded gasoline, which definitely helps save some at the pump compared to having to use premium or mid-grade fuel. The engine is built using aluminum for the block and head. The valve train consists of dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, and continuous variable valve timing. Fuel is delivered via high-pressure direct injection. The biggest gripe I have with the new engine is how it sounds. While it might be okay for Chevrolet or GMC, it just doesn't offer much in terms of Buick's refinement targets. Yes, it has great power and acceleration, and is a big improvement over the V6 in that regard, but especially when pushed hard, the engine note becomes unpleasant in an otherwise very quiet vehicle. It's just a little uncharacteristic for a luxury brand that I'm sure could be corrected by some additional, creatively placed sound deadening. The transmission paired to this new engine is a new 8-speed automatic that replaces the previously used 9-speed automatic that was paired to the V6. The transmission is smooth and responsive as you would expect and responds quickly to downshift requests. For times where you're feeling a bit sporty, Buick did include paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel that allow you to shift gears manually. The transmission selector has been moved from the center console to the right side of the steering column, a quasi-column shifter if you will. This shift-by-wire setup works by pulling it towards you and down to select drive. Pull it towards you and hold for a second to select neutral. Pull it towards you and up to select reverse. Park is selected by a button on the end of the stalk. It's a simple setup that frees up space in the center console for additional storage. 3 drive modes are included as well. The switch to toggle between the drive modes can be found on the left side of the dash. The standard modes on the Avenir include Tour, Sport, and Snow Ice. With the tow package, a tow haul mode is added as well. Tour mode is the default, optimizing fuel economy and drive quality. In Sport mode, steering response is tightened, suspension calibration is more responsive, and the dampers firm up to provide sportier road manners. Snow Ice mode helps provide improved performance on slippery road surfaces by adjusting the pedal map, which slows acceleration and torque response to prevent wheel slip. If equipped, Tow Haul mode helps keep the vehicle in a lower gear longer for more torque, improving the drive when pulling a trailer or heavy load. The Enclave's new interior is a big leap forward in design, comfort, and quality. It also showcases a lot of new tech that I think is a cut above the rest and really makes the Enclave stand out amongst its competitors. For starters, you have a spectacular 30-inch diagonal premium ultra-wide digital dashboard display, the largest display in its class. Admittedly, I am always a little mixed on all of the screens that everyone is moving towards, but hats off to Buick for designing a display that is not only beautiful in shape and execution, but works flawlessly. The mixed materials approach in designing the interior include bright chrome, rose gold metal strips, open pore wood, drilled metal speaker grills, and carbon fiber inspired trim. The cabin feels airy and has ample headroom. Storage space and packaging is also very well done. Buick is quick to point out that the center console design, of which the front half is floating, features a large amount of space underneath and a 12-volt power outlet. On top of the console, there's a wireless phone charging pad, side-by-side cup holders, and a really nice feeling knob for controlling audio volume. In the center stack, beneath the air vents, there's a glossy black strip that houses USB A and C ports. The seats are comfortable and supportive. In the Avenir, both front seats offer 8-way power adjustment, plus 4-way power lumbar and 2-way adjustable lateral support. Front seat massaging is also included, activated with a simple press of a button on the outboard side of the seats. It includes a rolling massage pattern and 3 levels of intensities to help customize the experience. Heated front seats are standard on all trims, but with the Avenir, you also get ventilated front seats. Quilted and perforated leather appointed seat trim is standard on the Avenir. Other trims are only offered with leatherette seats. Color options include ebony with sky cool gray and ebony interior accents, or cool gray seats with slate blue interior accents. This example obviously has the latter. It's a very unique color palette that you'd almost expect to see in something far more expensive. I especially like how the blue carries over to the steering wheel. The only downside I can see to this interior is that unless you treat the interior to the cleanliness of a surgical suite, it's going to show everything. While the Avenir's premium carpeted floor mats are very pretty, I'd highly recommend a set of all-weather floor liners. Buick's quiet tuning measures help ensure a quiet, peaceful ride with a highly orchestrated mix of materials and technologies designed to reduce, block, and absorb unwanted noise. Drive a Traverse or an Acadia and you'll notice a difference. Buick puts a strong emphasis on creating a comfortable and quiet environment in their SUVs. I also really like the interior's attention to detail, from the wrapped and stitched panels to the intricate perforated trim accents. Additional storage can be found via the large glove box and lower door pockets, plus the cavernous rear portion in the center console and the overhead console where you'll find sunglass storage. The Preferred and Sport Touring feature 12-speaker Bose premium audio systems, while the Avenir upgrades to a 19-speaker Bose Performance Series audio system with Centerpoint surround sound. The latter offers powerful lows and crisp, clear highs with very accurate sound reproduction. An additional benefit of both audio systems is standard active noise cancellation, which produces frequencies to counteract unpleasant road and driveline noise to further isolate the interior and make things more pleasant. A tri-zone climate control system is standard on all trims. For the front occupants, you have a bank of basic controls in the center stack for easy and quick adjustments of things like temperature and fan speed. More in-depth climate controls can be found within the infotainment system. There's shortcut buttons across the bottom, as well as a dedicated climate menu where you can activate the heated and ventilated front seats, change climate zones, adjust rear seat climate settings, and more. The Enclave's digital dashboard is a wonderful design in the fact that it essentially combines 2 displays, the instrument cluster and the infotainment system, into one seamless display. There's a lot of manufacturers that seem to struggle with this, and it's one of the most annoying things to me to see what looks like a one-piece display only to find a gap or a space in between two displays that just share a common housing. The digital dashboard has a background that looks like a mountain range at dusk and spans the full width of the housing. It's awesome looking. The infotainment system is similar to other GM systems I've used recently. It has an excellent user interface with high-resolution graphics, capacitive touch, and practically no lag. It's also relatively straightforward and easy to navigate and find stuff. It features Google built-in and includes things like Google Maps, Google Assistant, and Google Play. Google Assistant serves as your natural voice recognition and assistance system that allows you to operate many in-vehicle features hands-free. With Google Play, you have a vast library of apps that can be downloaded to the system and used just like you would on your smartphone. Speaking of, unlike some of GM's newest EV offerings, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard. Additional standard media options include your basic AM/FM radio, Sirius XM satellite radio, Bluetooth streaming, Google News, Spotify, Amazon Alexa, and USB connection. A Wi-Fi hotspot is also included. The infotainment display can be divided up to show a combination of audio, navigation, and trip information. Standard ambient interior lighting can be used to bathe the interior in your favorite accent color at night. There's a myriad of color options, shades, and tones for the ultimate personalization. The Preferred and Sport Touring's ambient lighting is static, while the Avenir's lighting is static and dynamic. One interesting feature of these newer GM systems is the controls and safety menu, which has a focus on simplifying and cleaning up the interior in pursuit of modernity. Within the menu, you can operate all of the vehicle's lighting, from the headlamps and tail lamps to the dome light. Notice that there are no conventional lighting controls on the left steering column stalk. In addition to the lighting controls, there's also a plethora of settings for the doors and windows, universal remotes, automatic parking, and certain driving features. While I was a little frustrated with this setup when I first used it in the new GMC Canyon, I've come to appreciate it more for its simplicity and having so many vehicle systems grouped into one condensed menu that is honestly very straightforward to use. When it comes to safety, the Enclave is loaded down with so much active and passive safety features that it's impossible to cover it all in this video. One thing to mention is that on all trims, Buick has included a standard 360-degree surround view camera system. You get 7 standard camera views, including front, rear, and surrounded views. 2 additional cameras are available for up to 9 through optional packages. All Enclaves come standard with automatic crash response, remote vehicle commands, and navigation and voice assistance features for 8 years as part of the OnStar One Essentials package. New standard safety features for 2025 include blind zone steering assist, intersection automatic emergency braking, traffic sign recognition, and lane keep assist with lane departure warning. With the available enhanced automatic parking assist, the Enclave can automatically steer, brake, and shift gears to park in a dedicated parallel or perpendicular parking space. It can also help you unpark the vehicle. Of course, you must always be prepared to override the feature and take control if necessary. Teen Driver helps encourage safe driving habits for teens by providing in-vehicle report cards. It activates certain safety systems, if equipped, with the designated key fob in use, and it mutes the radio until the front seat occupants fasten their seat belts. Buckle to Drive helps remind the driver to buckle their seatbelt before driving by preventing the vehicle from being shifted out of park temporarily when the driver's seatbelt buckle is not fastened. The feature also reminds the front passenger to buckle up. Additional included safety tech includes intersection automatic emergency braking, forward collision alert, following distance indicator, front pedestrian and bicyclist braking, rear cross traffic braking, rear pedestrian alert, rear seat reminder, side bicyclist alert, StabiliTrak electronic stability control with traction control, tire pressure monitoring, enhanced automatic emergency braking, driver attention assist, and much more. Like I said, it's a lot. In addition to the dual frontal airbags for the driver and front passenger, you have seat-mounted, side-impact front and second row outboard airbags and roof rail-mounted head curtain airbags for all outboard seating positions. One trick feature is the safety alert seat, which uses left, right, or both side driver's seat vibration pulses to help you detect and identify the direction of potential issues. I know this is a whole lot to digest, so a full list of all of the included and available safety features can be found on Buick's website if you want to check it all out. The Enclave is only offered in 7-passenger configuration. In other words, captain's chairs are standard and a bench seat is not available. Especially with having the third row seat, I'm not especially fond of bench seats as they not only make it more difficult for third row entry, but there's just something about captain's chairs that create a more premium experience for second row passengers. It also makes the environment feel far more roomy by having all of the extra space in between the seats. That being said, the second row seats are fully adjustable. You can slide them back and forth, recline, and even adjust the headrests. Each seat has a fold-down armrest too. With the Enclave's power package, which is included on the Avenir, you get the aforementioned heads-up display, but you also get one-touch folding second-row seats and power-folding third-row seats. I mentioned the panoramic power sunroof earlier. That's another Avenir exclusive. It bathes the interior in natural light and looks fantastic, especially with this light interior. The quilted leather upholstery of the Avenir extends back along with the embroidered headrests. The Avenir's second row seats are heated too, so most everyone can stay warm on a cold day. The second row is super roomy. Even folks over 6 foot tall shouldn't have an issue with ingress, egress, or getting comfortable. Speaking of, the seats themselves are soft and supportive just like the front. Each seat has latch anchors for securing child seats. Overhead in the roof, there's adjustable air vents on either side, LED reading lamps, and microphones for the hands-free telephone system. The B-pillars have grab handles to assist with entry. The rear of the center console has 2 cup holders for the second row. Beneath are your simple climate controls for fan speed, temperature, mode, and automatic mode. The heated seat controls are there as well. Further down, there's 2 USB-C outlets and a 110-volt AC outlet. Additional second row storage includes lower door pockets and seat back pockets. With the second row seats power release, the seats can easily be tipped and slid forward for easy third row entry. Threshold plates give you a sure-footed stance when climbing in. While I wouldn't describe the third row as cavernous, being 5 foot 10 inches, I had enough room to sit back there just fine, as long as the second row seat could be adjusted so I had enough leg room. Headroom is just fine. While you can sit 3 people in the third row, the middle portion is quite narrow. Overhead, there's additional LED lighting and adjustable air vents. Across the side panels, you have cup holders, storage pockets, molded-in armrests, and USB-C charge outlets. The large rear side windows offer good visibility. The headrests can be adjusted if needed, but they can also be folded for better rearward visibility, something that is not an issue with the available rear camera mirror. Child seat anchors can be found in each of the third row seating positions as well. Also nice is that the same quilted and perforated upholstery pattern carries on to the third row. All Enclaves come standard with an AutoSense power liftgate, which not only offers power open and close, but it has a true hands-free and foot-free, for that matter, opening feature. Instead of having to wave your foot underneath the bumper, the new AutoSense gate operates simply by approach. At the rear of the vehicle, with your key fob in the pocket or hand, stand within a few feet of the bumper and a sensor will automatically detect your presence, automatically opening the liftgate. This is very helpful if you have an armful of packages. Another nice feature of this gate is that you can program the opening height from within the infotainment system if you wanted to set it at a lower height for whatever reason. All of the extra buttons you get on the right side panel of the Avenir make expanding cargo space much easier, as pretty much everything is powered. The third row is fully powered up and down. The second row is power folding only. With the third row in place, you have 22.9 cubic feet of cargo space. Folded down, and the space expands to 57.1 cubic feet. Under the cargo floor, at the rearmost portion of the trunk, there's a massive amount of space underneath to store all kinds of stuff. You can remove the cargo container underneath to reveal a temporary spare tire tucked away. A very efficient design to maximize storage. With all of the seats folded flat, the Enclave has a maximum of 97.5 cubic feet worth of cargo space. Additional cargo amenities include D-rings on either side for tying stuff down, LED lighting, and a 12-volt power outlet. Additional extras can be had such as floor liners, cargo organizers, and a privacy cover. Well everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like down below because it really helps the videos a lot. And if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing that too and make sure you turn those notifications on. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.